Hey everybody, Parker here. Welcome to Truck Talk Tuesday, the show where I sit in my truck on Tuesdays, talk to you guys about real estate. So this week is geared towards your landlords that are looking to sell. How exactly do you do that? How do you go about this legally, and how do you make sure that you sell your property for top dollar and take advantage of this seller's market? Well, there are a few things that everybody that owns a property needs to know, and this is only for the state of Oregon. I can only speak to that. I'm the vice president of our Central Oregon Renter Owners Association. I teach classes on this. I've spent the last 7 years in property management. If you're Washington, California, Idaho, anywhere else, I don't know. Talk to your local real estate professional that operates in this area. So, number one, if you are selling your property that has a tenant in it, first things first, if you are on a fixed term lease, that fixed term lease is up when the fixed term lease is up. That doesn't mean you can sell the property and somebody else can immediately take possession. That fixed term lease takes precedence. You can't issue a 90-day, you can't issue a 60-day, you can't issue any type of notice that essentially removes somebody from the property because they have a working contract with you. Once that is up, the tenant can move, but in order to have that be up correctly, you need to issue a 90-day lease end, basically a lease termination, because that is what the state requires, or else it will convert to a month-to-month tenancy, and then everything kind of starts back over on your timelines. You need to issue that notice 90 days or further in advance for that. Second, if you're on a month-to-month tenancy, there are only 4 qualified landlord reasons within the state of Oregon. 1 is you or your family is going to be occupying that property. 2, you are going to be doing significant renovation to the property that makes it uninhabitable. 3, you are taking it off the long-term rental pool. And 4, you are going to be selling the property and the buyer has made a good faith acceptance that they are going to be moving into that property. So typically with your single family residences, you're going to be looking at number 4 because the properties usually don't need to be fixed up too much and people are willing to work with that. The one thing that you do have to understand, it is a 90-day notice issued upon acceptance of a contract, and you have 120 days from acceptance of contract to get that contract to the tenant to show that someone has purchased the house. It has to be an accepted offer. Once you have done that, your 90 days starts, and then you have your 90-day notice. You do have to be aware, though, that some banks do not like working with that 90-day time frame. Typically, it's a 45 to 60-day close. So there are a couple issues and wrinkles that might come up in that. Also, one of the things that you want to make sure that you get your tenants to sign is basically an entry notice. Because real estate brokers, I've seen it a million times as a property manager, they will go to the property, go to show it, disturb the tenant. There is a form through ORHA, Oregon Rental Housing Association, that allows you to fill out with your tenant that they accept that the property can be shown. This is a big thing because quiet enjoyment of the property is very, very serious here in the state of Oregon. And if people are showing up regularly unannounced, or they don't make any type of appointments or things like that, you can get taken to court and it turns into a whole legal thing, and the tenant retains rights to the property, as well as there can be compensation issued. So when you're going through this process, make sure A, you're communicating clearly with your tenant so that they know what is going on. B, you have the proper notices in place. And C, you know what type of qualified reasons that you are going through. The state is trying to change those at the moment. They have a bill that is in the works. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it does not pass, because it's going to make sale of property even more difficult for people that are trying to move their rental properties. But if you do have any questions about the proper forms to use, if you have any questions about how to sell a property with tenants in it, or just generally how to deal with your tenants, give me a call. I'd love to help you out. My name's Parker. I'm selling Central Oregon. Like, subscribe, share. Love to hear from you. You guys are awesome. Have yourself a great day.